250 years ago, the Founding Fathers published the Declaration of Independence. Just under a century later, baseball was invented and quickly became America's pastime. At the dawn of the 1900s, the first World Series was played, and just 20 years later, the Prune Packers had their first ever season. And now, 105 years later, on America's 250th birthday, we bring you Packers baseball. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Hugo Traverso, joined alongside by Easton Stockford. It's going to be exciting. It's Lerma time in the Berg. We're packed out. It's going to be a beautiful night for baseball. The Prune Packers are taking on the Petaluma Leghorns. We'll get into the Leghorns batting order. Brandon Curry leads off at third base. Rowan Ball in left field batting second. Manny Sleezer at catcher batting third. Aiden Jones bats cleanup in right field. Hunter Thomas in center field batting fifth. Hunter Lynch at first base batting sixth. Donnie Rinker bats seventh, the designated hitter. Julian Oliver batting eighth, the shortstop. And Dom Fontana, the second baseman, batting ninth. The starting pitcher for them is J.P. Harmon. For the Prune Packers, it's going to be Mason Lerma. Lerma time on the mound. And we'll have the defensive makeup of the Packers after the national anthem. We'll pause and send it down to our own PA announcer, Dick Bergarski.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red flag, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Beautiful rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner from our own C.C. Brenner. Around the diamond for the Packers, Mason Lerma is the man on the mound today. Trey Martinez is his battery mate out of the University of California, San Diego. Hideki Prather is your designated hitter. From right to left in the infield, Matt Austin-Ford is at first, Brendan Lewis at second, Matt Mansberry at short, Cade Campbell at third, and then left to right in the outfield goes Jake McCoy, Zane Kelly, and Dane Morrow. Packers come into this game after accomplishing win number 20 last night against the West Coast Kings in a 12-3 thriller. And the key to that was their big offensive start. Easton, what are you looking for the Packers to do here early on against such a talented young arm like J.P. Harmon?
They just have to get to him early. Try and take patient at bats, run up that pitch account. If they can get a couple on and get under his skin a little bit early in this game, make it really tough for him to settle in. Those first three batters are extremely important to a pitcher's outing, and it helps them settle in a lot when they can get through them in order or can get through the first inning even in four batters. So if they're able to get a couple guys on, try and avoid Harmon from settling in a little bit, I think it'll be really beneficial to them. It'll kind of expedite the offensive process for them throughout the rest of the game.
And so the Packers will start Mason Lerma, talented left-handed arm from the University of California, Davis. Lerma has had himself quite the year, his first start this year for the Pack. He originally entered college as a starting pitcher out of Cardinal Newman High School. and then was transitioned over to being a reliever. In 7 1/3 innings in relief for the Pack, he's got 3 walks, 12 strikeouts, no ERA, and he's 1-0. The leadoff hitter in Brandon Curry was just a freshman when Lerma graduated high school, rather. So it's going to be interesting to see what Curry can do. Curry at the Santa Rosa Junior College, recent graduate of Windsor High School. Last time he played on this field was just a year ago in the NBL championship game, which Windsor lost that one. A tough, close game to the Cardinal Newman Cardinals. Leghorns are playing for a lot more, though, than just a win. They're playing for glory. They're playing for local pride, an American Legion team against a summer collegiate baseball team in the Prune Packers. Here comes Brandon Curry.
Quite the turnout here tonight as well, Hugo. Not an empty seat in this place right now. People are still filing in as well.
Well, Mason Lerma enjoying it, rocking a little bit. Here's the first offering from Lerma. Breaking ball is in there for a called strike. 0-1 to start the ball game. 5:02 start time. Attendance is in the thousands here. First time all year for the Pack. 0-1 on the way from Lerma as a fastball swung on and fouled off to the right and out of play by Curry. Local temperature here is 82 degrees. Some clouds, but it's going to clear up so that we have a great view of the fireworks after the game. Here's the pitch from Lerma. The 0-2 is swung on and hit the other way. Out to left field, it'll get down, hop off the wall. Having some trouble in left field is McCoy. Curry gonna check into second with a leadoff double, and he's got himself some power. Brandon Curry looking like he did his senior year at Windsor, just dialed in, electric.
That's a start the Leghorns wanted right there. Just even to get him on base, but nonetheless an extra base hit off of Mason Lerma is a huge start for them, and they have a chance to threaten early here.
Well, here comes Rowan Ball. Here's the first offering to him. Fastball, big swing and a miss from Lerma. Ball, a recent high school graduate as well. Class of 2026. Curry on second, class of 2025. 19U, these Leghorns are. Here's the pitch, and that one's in there for a called strike. 0-2. So Lerma lighting up the strike zone, albeit that slider has been timed up a lot better by the Leghorns than any other team the Packers have faced this year. 0-2 here from Lerma. The pitch. Swing and a miss. High fastball for strikeout number 1.
I think Mason Lerma's just going to get out of this. Like, I talked about this on Corey's catch-up before the game. Just the amount of strikes that he and the rest of the Packers pitchers throw allows them to stay at batters so well, where it's hard to string stuff together off him and get consecutive hits.
Lerma shutter step in there for a called strike 1. Lerma rocks and delivers, and this one's way inside. 1-1. Great job by Manny Sleezer to get out of the way of that one. Sleezer out of Kelseyville, California, up in Lake County. The 1-1 on the way. Fastball, big swing and a miss. Lerma's ability to tunnel. They don't have a listed record. I already looked it up. 1-2 on the way. The pitch. High and inside. Sleezer lays off of that one. 2-2.
Hugo, gotta shout out the cleats from Mason Lerma. The firework custom cleats on the feet today. Red, white, and blue.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball way inside, but Sleezer doesn't step out on that one. Leghorns, you know, you mentioned Lerma's American cleats. Designed by Tyler Swanson, good friend of Lerma's, former shortstop for Healdsburg High, who played here on this field. Lerma, of course, got those normally rocking the stirrups, but today he's just got the American flag socks. Leghorns have their classic blue jerseys with Star Spangled Banner, Leghorns across the chest. The 3-2 is high and tight, and Sleazer walks. So runners on first and second here. And here we go. Here comes Aiden Jones. Crowd screaming nightmare, the visiting crowd. There are not much visitors here. The pitch, big swing and a miss from Jones. Not a ton of visitors here, as a lot of these people have grown up coming to Packers games and live in the surrounding area. Petaluma just being about 30 minutes away. 0-1 quickly now. Lerma kicks and delivers. That one's upstairs, 1-1. So 1-1 now to Jones. Hunter Thomas on deck. Bit of interesting story with Thomas. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball is in the dirt, 2-1. Thomas's brother, Blake, was an analytics intern with the Packers last year. Thomas was at a multitude of games for the Packers, cheering them on as an Annaley Tiger. And the last time he was here, just about 2 months ago, he won the NBL championship a second time for Annaley, the Redwood. 2-1 now. Lerma kicks and fires. Swung on and hit down the left field line, but foul. Count moves 2-2. Jones is dialed in here. So count is even here for Mason Lerma. Here's the 2-2. High and outside, 3-2. The count moves to. Some of these guys have faced Lerma before in their high school careers, and they'll look to try and recollect a little bit of that. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. This one is swung on and hit high in the air into right field. Back on it is Morrow. He ranges to his right, makes the catch. Curry retreats back to second, 2 down.
Going for the steal there, kind of played against the Leghorns a little bit. Would have had a chance to tag up, move up runners on the corners with 2 outs, but now have to go first and second because of the fly ball to right and the steal in motion. So wasn't able to get back and tag quickly enough. Trey Martinez out to talk to Mason Lerma.
Something to mention about this Leghorns team, Easton, is that many Leghorns have actually made the move from being Leghorns to Packers. Raul Valdivia is the best example. He was a Leghorn just 3 years ago, and then now with the Healdsburg Prune Packers. So, you know, a lot of these guys are young talent around the Bay Area. They've hit with Joey. They know Joey. And, you know, it's kind of you see it over there with Coach Finkbonner and Bryce Cox. You know, the Petaluma connection. Here's the pitch from Lerma. Big swing and a miss on the high fastball from Hunter Thomas. Thomas out of Annaley High School, heading to Cal State Monterey Bay next year. One of the best Division II programs in the country. He's a slugger. 0-1 now. Checks on second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball is in there for a called strike 2. 0-2 quickly. Lerma dialed in against Thomas. And Lerma steps off on the 0-2 there. So 0-2. Two down. The pitch. Fastball way upstairs. 1-2.
Talked about how well Lerma tunnels. That feels like a setup pitch there, trying to change the eye level.
Here's the pitch. That one in the dirt. Did he go on the check swing? No, he did not. So with runners on first and second, a 0-0 ball game here in the top of the first. Hunter Thomas battling against Lerma, was down 0-2, now 2-2. 2-2 with 2 down. Lerma rocks and fires. Swing, and this one's fouled straight back.
Good battle here from Thomas. Just staying alive. This is a big spot here early on.
Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 3. Lerma controls. And the Packers have a shot now on the offensive side. 0-0 when we return. Welcome back. Bottom of the first inning, J.P. Harmon, the tall right-handed pitcher, just graduated out of Novato High School, originally committed to Ole Miss, just recently, he decommitted, and he's looking around, still looking for a spot next year. For the Packers, the lineup goes as follows. Dane Morrow leads off in right field. Matthew Mansberry, the shortstop, bats second. Hideki Prather bats third, the designated hitter. Jake McCoy batting cleanup in left field. Cade Campbell at third, batting fifth. Trey Martinez bats sixth behind the plate. Matt Austin-Fort bats seventh, the power man at first base. Zane Kelly, who's been on a tear, bats eighth in center field. And then Brendan Lewis rounds out the lineup, batting ninth. So Harmon will look to get into stride here as Morrow will step to the plate.
Got two speedy guys off the top with Morrow and Mansberry. And Morrow picking up some steam in this season. Hit his first home run of the game last night, so we'll see if he can keep it going after a solid night at the plate.
Here's the first offering from Harmon. Fastball in there for called strike one. Harmon tops out around 91, was originally hitting around mid-90s, but slowed down a little bit. 0-1 now. Here's the pitch to Morrow. Breaking ball way upstairs. 1-1. Defense here for the Leghorns. Manny Sleezer is behind home plate. He's Harmon's battery mate. Right to left in the infield goes Hunter Lynch at first, Dom Fontana at second, Julian Oliver at short, Brandon Curry at third. Left to right in the outfield, Bell, Thomas, and Jones. The 1-1 on the way. Swing, and this one's fouled straight back, 1-2. Here's the 1-2, swing and a miss, and Morrow. Big cut through the velocity there of Harmon. And here comes Matt Mansberry. So a battle of two titans in the high school baseball world. Here's the pitch. That one is a fastball outside, 1-0.
SEC versus Big Ten commit here. Ole Miss commit on the mound and Michigan commit at the plate.
1-0 on the way. Big swing and a miss from Mansberry, 1-1. Both guys, Harmon once ranked one of the top arms in the 2026 class, and Mansberry himself the top bat in the 2026 class. So we'll see what they do. The 1-1 breaking ball is just outside and low. 2-1. On the way here. Mansberry swings on that one and fouls it off down the first base side and out of play. 2-2. With one down. Here's the pitch from Harmon. Breaking ball high and outside, so the count moves full.
It's a good at-bat here from Mansberry. Got to find a way to get on base here, though. Be patient here in this 3-2.
3-2 on the way. Fastball way upstairs, goes all the way to the backstop. Not going to matter, though, as Mansberry gets the walk. So now some a top bat versus a top arm, and Hideki Prather coming to the plate. Here we go. First pitch from Harmon to Prather. The pitch, runner on the go. Fastball in there for a called strike throw. Down is just high. Sliding under the tag is Mansberry for his first stolen base of the game.
Got a real good jump there. First pitch running, too.
And, well, he knows Harmon is dialed in and looking to just gun through these hitters, and got that one there. Prather laid off of it, just checking the velocity. 0-1. Here's the pitch to Prather. High and tight. Prather went to offer at it, but pulled back. 1-1. One with one down. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. One, two now with one down. Here's the pitch. High fastball again. Mansberry going to rush over to third. He's in there safely. It's the fastball kicked off of the backstop again. Your video's over 3 minutes, so I'm going to post it. It might hold it at 3 minutes, so it might be too long. I'll post it and we'll see what it does. 2-2 with one down. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Prather sat down on strikes. Harmon cruising through this first inning. So runner on third for Jake McCoy, who had himself a monstrous night last night.
Shaping up to be a battle here on the mound. I mean, both guys had runners on. Not out of it yet for Harmon, but certainly knocking on the doorstep of heading back to the dugout.
The pitch, and that one's a breaking ball in the dirt, 1-0.
Harmon stranded too. See if Harmon can strand what is the furthest runner so far in this first inning, 90 feet away.
1-0 now. The pitch. Fastball high. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. He went around. 1-1 with 2 down now. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Big swing and a miss. Loopy curveball. Got McCoy digging down there like an archaeologist. One, two now. Deep breath, here's the pitch. Fastball is just upstairs. Harmon thought that was it. So 2-2 now. He's walking off the mound like that was going to be the inning. McCoy battling, though. He's talking about getting that plate discipline up here. 2-2, 2 down. Harmon kicks and fires. Breaking ball, big swing and a miss. J.P. Harmon strikes out the side. How do you do? The Novato High School Hornet comes in and delivers. Packers strand one. We head to the second. Welcome back here, top of the second inning, 0-0 ball game. Lerma, the pitch. This one swung on and hit deep by Hunter Lynch into left field at the track, at the wall, and watching it go. It's foul. Coach Finkbonner thought that one was gone. Lynch is going to round. Finkbonner's trying to talk to McCoy. They have a bit of a friendship because of the Casa Grande Petaluma connection. So he will take his lap around the bags and come back to the plate. He thought that one was out. That would have been the first earned run for Mason Lerma in, I think, a year and a half as a Packer. So 0-1 quickly now after that one flew just foul. Here's the pitch, and that one's in there for a called strike. 0-2. You know what they say about foul ball home runs, Easton?
Often end in strikeouts. I will say, I believe Lerma gave up an earned run in Medford. Oh, I know he didn't. That was unearned.
0-2, swing and a miss. Got him with the changeup. So strikeout number 3 for Mason Lerma.
I believe Lerma gave up an unearned run in Medford. And I think that's the only run he's given up as a Packer.
Yeah, well, for the year. Here's the pitch. That one's upstairs, 1-0. He gave up a home run last year. I do remember that. Home run I think it's 340 to right center. That one, I believe, was also against the Kings. 1-0, the pitch, high and tight. Check swing, did he go? First base umpire says no. 2-0. Donnie Rinker at the plate. Annalee High School kid. Coach Fink Bonner was excited about him. Really looking forward to seeing what he can do at the plate. The 1-0, this one swung on and hit into shallow center field, in on it, and watching it fall into no man's land. Jake McCoy picks it up, and Rinker has a single with one down. So here comes Julian Oliver. Drew Fontana on deck out of Petaluma High. Got a lot of local talent. This guy, Oliver, you can kind of see on the back of his helmet, he has all of those Golden Hornet patches, and that is symbolic of all of the great plays he's made at Novato High School. Here's the first pitch. He shows bunt and bunts it off in the air down the third base side. It'll fall foul. So no harm done there, 0-1.
I like the idea here from the Leghorns. Trying to play a little bit of small ball. It's going to be really, really difficult to string runs across against a pitching staff like this. And their best bet might be going station to station here. And I like that idea.
We'll see what Lerma can do here. 0-1 with a runner on first. He checks on Rinker. Here's the pitch. That one's low and inside. 1-1 now. You think about Lynch, if he gets that homer and Rinker has it single, the Packers are kind of on their back foot. 1-1 with one down. Here's the pitch. Fastball is high and tight. Rinker says, no way. One with one down, runner on first. Here's the pitch. Fastball, this one swung and lined up the middle. In on it is Kelly. He makes the catch. 90% of that audience thought that it was going to get down, but already we're seeing some great hacks here from these Leghorns as Dom Fontana will come to the plate. Righty.
Just that wind blowing out to center field kind of pushed that ball just far enough to where Kelly could get there pretty easily, but definitely a good swing.
Here's the pitch from Lerma. Breaking ball. Big swing and a miss there from Fontana. Fontana's name reminiscent of the NASCAR track that was destroyed down in Southern California. He's trying to speed his way around the bases. The 0-1 on the way. Fastball swung on and fouled. Slowly, a soft line drive over the fence and on the first base side. So 0-2 quickly to Fontana. Lerma, great results like any other pitcher when he is up 2-0-2. Two down. Here's the pitch. Fastball upstairs, 1-2.
That 0-2 high fastball, just trying to get a swing and miss above the zone for Lerma, or he's trying to set up for the next one. And both of them are great options. You can't make a mistake there with the fastball out of the zone.
1-2, it'll check over to first. Rinker back in time safely. One, two with two down here. Lerma, deep breath. Waits as Fontana will step back in. Thank you all for tuning in here. 1-2 to Fontana. Lerma sets the delivery. Swing, and this one's hit well. Deep left center field. Back on it is McCoy, and that one is gone! Oh no, it's off the wall, it's off the wall. Coming home, the throw home, he is safe. It got under the glove of Martinez, and coming home to score is Donnie Rinker. It's so incredibly hard to read foul balls here with that chain link. And it kicked off of the chain link near the flagpole. And a triple for Dom Fontana. It brings home a run. The Leghorns are on the board to strike first. Here's the pitch in there for a called strike. 0-1. The last time the Leghorns were here, Easton, it was 3 years ago, and they shocked the world. They did it. They beat the Packers, and a bit of a nightmare for the Packers to open things up. Here's the pitch from Lerma. Big swing and a miss. Curry out in front of that one. He is looking to send one over the fence after the last delivery there from Lerma. 0-2.
Certainly a lot of momentum going their way right now.
Here's the pitch from Lerma. Upstairs, count moves 1-2. Lerma, 1-2 with 2 down. Kicks and fires. Swung on and hit foul down the right field side and out of play. One, two now. The pitch, and that one skips in the dirt. It gets over the head of Martinez. Coming home and scoring is Fontana. 2-0 Leghorns. I don't believe it. In talking to Coach Finkbonner at the start of the game, he said, I'm out here to shock the world. That's what we're looking to do every game. And right here on 4th of July, they're doing it. Rowan Ball now coming, a Rowan Ball on deck. Curry sets back up. 2-2 on the way to Brandon Curry as Lerma will set here. We'll see if they let him go 3. He's scheduled for 3. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and hit foul. Stays 2-2. Lerma and Curry, a battle that these two faced off in multiple times. The 2-2. Fastball is in the dirt. 3-2. So many great battles. The great rivalry that is Cardinal Newman and Windsor, North Santa Rosa, and what some would affectionately call South Healdsburg. But Windsor itself, 20,000 people strong. 3-2. 2 down here. Lerma kicks and fires. Breaking ball. This one flying down the left field line. It is fair. It is down. It'll kick off the wall. Picked up by McCoy. The throw in is in time. So Curry will be held to just a single. He's 2/4 of the way to a cycle.
2 innings.
Yeah, that's huge so far for the Leghorns. They talked about how they wanted to get out front and get early against Lerma. I talked about in Corey's catch-up, which is going to be posted in Prune Packers in just a moment. Pitch from Lerma. Big swing and a miss from Rowan Ball. He struck out his first time up. I talked about how the Packers, need to score early and often. And Easton, you talked about the incredible pitching that they have. Here's the pitch. This one is swung on and hit into dead center field. In on it is Kelly. He will make the catch, and the side is retired. So the Leghorns break onto the scoreboard 2-0 when we return. Welcome back. Bottom of the second inning. Cade Campbell coming to the plate. It'll be Campbell, Martinez, and Ossenfort for the Packers as they look to respond. 2-0 lead for the Leghorns. They score 2 in the top of the second, and J.P. Harmon back on the mound. He was dealing, struck out 3 of 4 batters in the first. Here's the pitch from Harmon. Fastball swung on and hit foul off of the helmet of Sleezer behind the plate. Campbell just, was ready for that fastball. Top down delivery from Harmon, and we're seeing it, electricity just emanating out of that bat and out of the hand of Harmon. Could go a long way if he connects. 0-1, swung on and hit down the left field line. Fair ball. It'll kick into foul territory. Coming in to play it is Rowan Bell. Digging for second. The throw into second is in time, but he's in under the tag. Cade Campbell, a double. And the Packers are back in striking distance.
That's what you want to see from your leadoff man right there after giving up 2 runs. You want a response, you want it quickly and right away for Cade Campbell there. Now you bring up one of the best batting average guys in the entire PEL in Trey Martinez in a spot where you have speed on second, and the base hit might score that run.
Well, here comes Martinez enjoying some Bad Bunny as he comes to the plate. Powerful right-handed hitter, leads the Packers in conference play with a .444 average. Runner on second, 2-0 game here. Here's the pitch. Harmon's fastball is popped up into shallow center field, and they can't call it. It lands in no man's land. Over to third is Campbell, and Martinez into first with a single. Harmon, another reason for his top-down delivery. It's almost not necessarily exactly reminiscent, but the way that he winds up and has the ball before, as he cocks it before he throws it, it's reminiscent of his water polo playing days at Novato. He was the JV goalie there. Dude has an absolute arm. I've played against him. Scored a full pool goal. Here's pick over to first. He's safe. Lost that game, unfortunately, but Novato, great program there. They've had a bit of a down year this year, but Harmon, when he played water polo, he was a star. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Here's the pitch to Ossenfort. That one's upstairs, 1-0.
It's a big spot here for the Michigan man. He has some pop in that bat, but even something deep enough to driving that run from third would go a long way here to start off this bottom of the second.
Harmon, the pitch. Fastball is swung on and popped up in the infield. Over on it is Oliver at shortstop. He will range back and make the catch. And now here comes Zane Kelly. Fans packed in here like sardines. One down here. Runners on the corners. Dexter in the Moon Rocks for Zane Kelly. Check back over to first, and it gets past the first baseman, Lynch. Coming in to score is Campbell, and the Packers close within 1. An error by the first baseman, uncharacteristic of Lynch, who was all MCAL this year at Novato High. Powerful hitter. So now it is just the lone base runner Martinez over at first. Kelly at the plate, 2-1 ball game. Harmon, deep breath, here's the pitch. That one is outside, 1-0 here to Kelly.
That's what the Packers have done all year. Just apply pressure on the base paths.
1-0 on the way. The pitch, fastball swung and fouled straight back. 1-1 now to Kelly. 1-1, 1 down. Here's the pitch. Fastball is upstairs. 2-1. Emmett, what is he hitting with his fastball? Okay, yeah. Dude, freshman year he was throwing 93, and then Ole Miss dropped him because his fastball dropped. 2-1 with 1 down here. Here's the pitch. Swung on and grounded slowly over to short. Oliver makes the play. Throw to first is not in time. Oh, and he's called out. He is called out on that one. Kelly called out. I don't believe it. He was safe by a mile. And the umpire saw it a different way. So Kelly grounds out to short. Great play by Julian Oliver. Great effort.
Yeah, that was definitely a close play, but I mean, I thought pretty clearly there. He beat the ball for sure, but gonna have to try and flush it here, and Brendan Lewis trying to tie this game.
He's got a powerful bat. He could take the lead. Here's the pitch. Fastball upstairs, 1-0. J.P. Harmon, a lot of power behind that arm. This is the guy who scored the full quarter for Novato when we played water polo. The goalie. 1-0 on the way. The pitch. Inside, and it got him on the foot. Ooh. Got him on the back foot. Martinez was headed to third, but he'll have to retreat back to second. So it brings up the top of the order and Dane Morrow.
Hugo just got word here that we are officially sold out tonight. Full house, 1,000 people at capacity here.
Here's the pitch. Swung on and driven into right center field. That one's going to get down in the alley. It'll kick up off the wall. 1 run to score. Here comes Lewis. He is roaring around third. Packers take the lead. Dane Morrow, a double into right center field. And the Packers lead it 3-2.
Morrow stays hot. Had a great game last night, but another huge swing in this game here. Speed kills over on first. Brendan Lewis, man, he could fly. Don't know how many people in the PEL or on this Packer team could score from first on that double to the gap, but he made it there with ease, and that speed is definitely a huge asset of his.
So, yeah, 2 down and a runner on second for the Pack. Harmon getting kind of lit up here in the second as Matthew Mansberry stands in. He walked, then stole a base, got to third on a wild pitch, but was stranded 90 feet from home plate. Here's the pitch. Check swing, got in and hit him. Well, they're going to say it hit off his bat, rather. So
that last swing by Morrow, 101 off the bat to the right center gap.
That was absolutely rocketed by Dane Morrow. Mansberry waits the 0-1. Breaking ball, he checks swings, fouls this one on a hop over to first. Coach Milliken having some trouble picking that one up. Quickly 0-2. (0-2) now to Mansberry. 0-for-0 with a walk. Here's the pitch from Harmon. Top down fastball, hit up the middle and under the dive of Fontana. Around third is Morrow. He is chugging towards home. 4-2 Prune Packers. An RBI single by the Ohio native and future Wolverine. Packers are clawing for some runs here as Hideki Prather will come to the plate. Prather, strong right-handed hitter. 4-2 ball game here. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit foul down the first base side and out of play.
It's another hot bat here at the plate. It feels like the second time through, the Packers are seeing the ball a lot better than the first.
Here's the pitch. Fastball in the dirt, kicks away from the catcher, Sleezer, and into second. On the wild pitch is Mansberry, so now another runner in scoring position as the Packers threaten to score again.
Dayton Morrow, who just came around to score in his last 2 games, is 3 hits and 5 at-bats with 5 RBIs, 2 extra base hits, a homer, and a double, slugging 1.4.
1-1, and Prather calls time. So 2 down here, a 4-2 lead for the Pack in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch to Prather. Swung on and hit the other way into right field. Over on it is Jones. He has a beat on it, moving to his left, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So after 2, the Pack lead it 4-2. We'll be right back. Top of the third is due up.
Here for the top of the third inning. Score now 4-2 for the Packers after an offensive-heavy second inning on both sides. Leading things off for the Petaluma Leghorns is Manny Sleezer. Catcher behind the plate walked his last time up, hit a hard foul ball as well. First pitch is fouled away to the back screen. Down the right side just a little bit. 4 hits for each side. Sold out house here in the Berg. Quite the game, had people bleeding all the way into those stands in right field. Fireworks after the game, of course. Lerma fires home the 0-1. That one top of the zone, no balls, 2 strikes. Now to the righty bat. So Sleezer trails 0-2. Lerma sets and deals. That one hit on the line over to Lewis at second, picks it up, throws to first, and quickly puts away the first out.
This is what Lerma needs. He needs a quick inning after stealing all the momentum away. Keep the momentum on this Packers side and, keep them rolling.
So that'll bring in Aiden Jones. Playing right field today, flew out to right field in his first at-bat. He'll take one in the dirt. One-0 count. Lerma fires that one top of the zone, but just above it. 2 balls, no strikes. Lerma into his third inning of work. 1-0 from him is cut on and missed. Count out 2-1. So count 2-1. Lerma will step off and ask for a change of signs from Trey Martinez behind the plate. Now the 2-1. That one skied right side, high in the air. Backtracking now is Morrow, who will make the squeeze 2 away.
Now batting for the Leghorns, center field number 1, Hunter Thomas.
Packer Pete has entered the stands, and he's got a lot of the fans jubilant here.
Our time traveler is here. Packer Pete is in the house.
2 outs now for Hunter Thomas. As Packer Pete strolls behind home plate. Thomas set to go here. As Lerma fires home, first pitch lined into center field, arranging in his Kelly. He won't get there. 2-out single for Hunter Thomas. And the Leghorns have their first base runner of the inning.
Thomas, another one of those guys, prototypical center fielder. He's got a lot of speed, got some power. And, you know, he knows how to hit it to all sides of the ballpark. He's been hitting with Coach Gomes in the past. He's a very, very talented guy at the plate.
Now first pitch into Hunter Lynch is a called strike. Lerma is ahead 0-1. Lerma, the third-year Packer. Fires home out at UC Davis. Check swing over to first. No, he did not. Ball and a strike.
And this is the guy who almost took him yard here. Was just about I'd say 5 or so feet left of that foul pole.
The wind is blowing out the 1-1. This one hit high in the air to left field. McCoy ranging over. Kelly there as well. Kelly will call it and make the catch for the third out. So just the one hit for the Leghorns. They strand them out there. No runs for them in the top half of the third inning. We'll head to the bottom half after a quick break. Jake McCoy leading things off here for the Packers. We work our way through the third. JP Harmon on the mound. Harmon's third inning of work. His first pitch to McCoy will miss outside for a ball. So count is 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. That one catches the outside corner for a strike. Ball and a strike to Jake McCoy. The 1-1. Big breaking ball above the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. McCoy at San Jose State, but playing his last week or so here with the Packers.
He's out of eligibility, heading for the draft.
The 1-1 is outside, called strike 2. Just a little outside on the track man there.
Yeah, and I mean, for Harmon right now, what's got to be going through his mind is just take this inning slow, try and do what Lerma did, just get a 0.
2-2 in the dirt. Good stop behind the plate with no one on from Manny Sleezer.
His top-down curveball has proven to be one of his best weapons. We've seen it, well, against McCoy. It got him 2 swords. He tried to locate it there, but I think he needs to go right back to it, start it a little higher.
Payoff pitch on its way. That one misses away, and McCoy will draw a walk.
Not the greatest move there by Harmon. Just you want to make sure that you're using the pitches that were working in your last at-bat. I know that curveball is a little elusive, but you know, at the end of the day, when you have that ability to locate your breaking stuff, you need to be able to throw that a lot more on time, especially if you're going to a school in the Power 4.
Cade Campbell at the plate. He'll foul a high fastball away. 1-0 the count. No one out here still for the Packers. Lead off a walk on a full count pitch from McCoy. He's off of first now. Packers have a 92% success rate on the base pass when trying to steal. The 0-1 pitch. That one a fastball lined into left field for a base hit. So a good piece of hitting there from Cade Campbell, and with no one on, runners on first and second.
This is what the Packers need. They need to get Harmon out of this game early. Leghorns have their full roster here, but Harmon by far one of their better pitchers, and they want to make sure that he's out. They want to make sure they get him out of the game early.
So Trey Martinez now at the plate. Recently 1-for-1 in his last at-bat. First pitch from him, lined into left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit, maybe more. McCoy coming in to score. Campbell held up at third. Martinez digging for second, and he will be in there. No out double for Trey Martinez. Brings across the run. Packers lead it 5-2.
That is huge there. Huge plays so far for the Packers, and we'll see what Coach Finkbonner looks to do here.
We Matthew Austin for it now with 2 in scoring position. Second and third for him. 6th hit of the game for the Packers. 5th run. We've only stranded 2 runners so far in this one. Infield in on the grass. First pitch lined into right field, base hit from Austin Fort. Campbell scores with ease. He'll hold up Martinez at third. And another hit, 3 straight hits for the Packers. Runners on the corners with no one out.
There we go. Austin Fort hitting through that defense. He did a great job there. He's not one of your prototypical contact guys, but he's been putting it perfectly there. That was placed perfectly through the 3-4 hole. Really what you want to see here from Austin Fort. And it's worked out beautifully.
So St. Kelly will step in, and we will get a mound visit here. See what they decide to do here with J.P. Harmon. Giving up 3 straight hits, 2 singles and a double. 2 runs come across to score, 4 straight base runners when you tackle on that leadoff walk from Jake McCoy.
Well, I know that they want Harmon to go at least 3. That's what I got from talking to Coach Finkbonner and talking to Cade Nolan, who will be in the game a little bit later. But, I mean, you know, the Leghorns are going to put out the best product that they can.
As the 18th RBI on the season for Matthew Austinfort. He ranks third on the team behind Hideki Prather and JC Azario, a guard. Azario, a guard, not in the lineup today.
Nice rest day before they head up to Lincoln tomorrow.
So now Kelly at the plate. Harmon, excuse me, still out there. First pitch ball outside, 1-0. One-0 pitch. That went inside and low to the lefty back Kelly. That wind's blowing out towards right field. Something pulled in the air is going to carry a long way. Kelly's shown he has that light tower power to right field. 2-0 pitch. Big swing from Kelly, high in the air down the right side. Hooking foul over to get it is Lynch. Looking around for it, and an unbelievable catch. Tagging at third, heading for the plate. But the plate is not in time as Martinez will score. So it'll be a sac fly for Zane Kelly and a pop up into foul ground. An excellent play by Fontana to make the grab. Packers now lead at 7-2.
I understand the opportunity for an out there outweighs the opportunity to score a run, but already down 4, you got a good pitcher at the plate. You know, you got Kelly to ground out and a rollover in the second. You got to let that drop and just hope that he's able to get through Kelly. But you know, I don't hate the catch. It was a great catch.
So Brendan Lewis now, first out of the inning was Kelly. Still has Austinfort over on first. First pitch to Lewis. That one hit high in the air left side. Over on it is Curry coming in as the left fielder Ball, who will make the catch, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, Packers extend their lead and sac flies this year in the PEL. 23 now on the season. They've been perfect. Check the daily scoreboard. My goodness, final in Humboldt, 16-10, Crabs over Mudcats. What a crazy, crazy game. Kings are trying to make it interesting against the Potters. That game just started.
Top of the lineup now as Morrow will slash one over to left field yet again, and Rowan Ball will retire the side. A good inning for the Pack, though. 3 runs come across on 3 hits for them. Zane Kelly, Matthew Austinfort, and Trey Martinez all get RBIs. 7-2 the score. We'll head to the 4th. New pitcher on the mound, not just to this game, but to the Prune Packers. Michael Quedens from Michigan making his debut with the back left-handed arm. Just finished up his sophomore year, standing at 6'1", 195 pounds. Definitely a talented arm, adding to the Michigan arsenal of players that Joey Gomes has at his disposal.
Yeah, Quedens is returning from last year. He was a great starter, honestly, for the Pack. And you would see them go Quedens, then Lerma, and then Mann. And we might see that in a little bit of a flip-flopped order tonight, which would be great to see.
First pitch from Quedens of his 2026 season is flied into center field. Picked up by Zane Kelly, who will make the catch.
Yeah, Mason Lerma, 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts on the year. So Lerma, right now, Quedens in line for the win if the Packers are able to hold on to this 7-2 lead. Julian Oliver, though, he's a reliable bat for the Leghorns, and he was a reliable bat this year for Novato, so we'll see what he can do.
First pitch to him in there for a strike. And a really hard line drive right at Zane Kelly. Kind of an interesting stance. Pretty open, narrow feet. Reminds me of Caitlin Terry of Texas Tech softball team. The 0-1, that one up and away. Kind of a weird niche reference, but if you look it up, it makes a lot of sense.
That's ball knowledge. That's just ball knowledge right there. How would Easton know that? Your guess is as good as mine.
That one in there for a strike. We're a softball household, and she's an Arizona native.
Your sister plays softball, Easton?
She did. She played against Caitlin Terry.
Oh, really?
The
Oh,
1-0.
that's amazing.
That one fly to right field, but well foul. We even have people now out by the old oak tree down the first base side, set up on lawn chairs out there, watching the game by the tennis courts.
Technically not allowed to bring lawn chairs in, but I guess they snuck that past security.
There's some benches back there. Maybe they're sitting on those.
Maybe threw them over the fence.
Quedens fires home this one on the ground over to short, picked up by Mansberry. Throw across the diamond is in time, 2 away.
This is what Packer baseball was looking like back when this grandstand, the Clarence Renovera grandstand, was built in 1923. You know, you had fans lining the stands out and lining the outfield. That line that is set there is where the crowd used to be to watch these games.
So now the batter at the plate, Dom Fontana. 2 away for Quedens. First pitch, a check swing, appeal over to first. On first base umpire will say no, he did not. Count is 1-0. One-0 pitch is cut on and missed by Fontana. Now 1 ball and 1 strike to the second baseman. Both teams showing some camo. Digital camo on the sleeves for the Leghorns. Full camo jerseys for the Packers. This one popped up into right field. Over to get it is Dane Morrow, who will range in and put the squeeze on the third and final out of the inning. So the first inning of 2026 for Michael Quedens goes 1-2-3. He's off the hot start. No hits, no runs, nobody stranded for the Leghorns. Score remains 7-2. Back here at Rec Park on this beautiful 4th of July day. New pitcher on the mound for the Petaluma Leghorns, Adam Mercado. Hugo, what do you got on him?
Well, Mercado is a young and talented arm out of Casa Grande High School. His brother, Danny Mercado, another talented arm out of Casa. Both of them were leaders in their senior years, respectively. Danny now at Santa Rosa Junior College, originally committed to Riverside, injured his arm, then fell back on JUCO. I don't know where Adam's going next year, though.
First pitch to Matthew Mansberry is up and foul tipped for the first strike.
I would assume that Mercado is going to also follow his brother to the JC, but they're an amazing 1-2 punch.
The 0-1 to Mansberry. That one a breaking ball elevated to right field, but slices foul down the first base side. And quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on the Reason High School graduate. Prather and McCoy due up next. The 0-2 to Mansberry. Cut on and missed above the zone, strike 3. 3-pitch strikeout to start the game for Adam Mercado, and there's one away in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, Mercado having himself a powerful first at bat. If Mansberry is able to hold off on some of those, I think that he'd be in a better spot. But at the same time, Mercado very solid.
So I'll bring up Hideki Prather, second on the team in RBIs. He's been very good at the plate. Been racking up a lot of doubles as of late. First pitch was in the dirt, the 1-0. That one also in the dirt. A 2-0 count.
Yeah, he's trying to correct himself here, and he's just overcorrecting a little too much.
Prather leads the team, 10 doubles. Next closest number is 6. The 2-0 inside, almost got him, but he scoots out of the way. Now 3 balls, no strikes. McCoy on deck, 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk, and to follow him is Cade Campbell, who's 2 for 2 and halfway to a cycle. The 3-0 misses high. It'll be a 4-pitch walk after the 3-pitch strikeout. The Packers have their first base runner of the game. So Jake McCoy will take his cuts. Was one of our players of the game last night. Had a home run and a double. 2 for 5. Really strong showing from him. First pitch from Mercado, check swing, fouled away. Oh, 0-1 the count. Off of first is Prather. That one chopped over third base, picked up. Curry will just take the out at first, and he does get it. There's 2 away.
Berkeley, third base number 2, Cade Campbell.
So 2 away for Mercado. Strikeout, a ground out, and the only base runner who's now on second. Hideki Prather reached via walk. Cade Campbell, single and a double for him so far. Scored his first time around on an error that came on a pickoff from J.P. Harmon. First pitch to the Golden Bear. That one hit well in the air, center field. Arranging back is Hunter Thomas, who will come back in and make the catch, which will retire the 4th inning. No hits for the Packers. No runs come across. They strand Prather on second. 7-2 still the score. We'll head to the 5th.
Welcome back here. Top of the 5th inning, and it is time for the top of the order for the Leghorns as Brandon Curry will stand in. He's got a single and a double, 2 for 2 today. Quedens the pitch. Falls right in there for strike 1. 0-1 quickly now. Curry looking to get things started for the Leghorns. The pitch, he swings and hits this one dead center field on a line right at Zane Kelly, who will camp under it and make the catch. So now it'll bring up Rowan Ball, 7-2 lead for the Prune Packers. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Leghorns. 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Packers. Packers have left 4 total stranded. Quedens winds and delivers. Ball hits this one straight up into shallow left field. In on it is McCoy. He'll make the catch, 2 down. And so with that, now it brings up Manny Sleezer.
5 straight retired from Michael Quedens. 4 of them have been routine fly balls to the outfield.
He's talented. Very, very big pickup for the Packers. They really are excited having him here, and he's been embraced pretty big. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and hit into right center field. Over on it is Kelly. He will make the catch. 3 up, 3 down in succession, all on fly balls. We'll be right back. Bottom of the 5th, Packers will look to layer it on. Welcome back here. Trey Martinez due up for the Pack. It'll be Martinez, Austin Fort, and Kelly, all guys who were critical in the Packers' big 3rd inning that brought across 3 more runs. Martinez also got things started in the 2nd with a single. So now he'll face Adam Mercado. Mercado had a very clean 1st inning. Look to see what he does here. Here's the first pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled off of the helmet of Sleezer into the backstop. 0-1.
I like a lot of the guys are wearing the red, white, and silver beads around their neck. Martinez has got them on with the American arm sleeve, American socks. Feeling very festive out here today.
Well, I know the Pack really pride themselves in that. Umpire goes out to give the ball and pass on a few words to Mercado, giving some time to Sleezer who's still in the squad here. He seems prepped and ready. Quedens for the Packers has had a very efficient 2 innings, put up zeros and retired 6 in order.
4 pitches for him to get 3 outs last inning.
Unreal. Here's the pitch to Martinez. It's upstairs. 1-1 now. 7-2 lead here for the Pack. Leghorns will look to rally back, but right now having themselves a tough time right now. The 1-1 on the way. Breaking ball is in there for a called strike. Dropped in from the letters there. 1-1 now with nobody out. Martinez, right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball is outside and kicks away. It's not going to matter, though, as the count moves to 3-1. Packers now half a game ahead of the Humboldt Crabs after their win. Here's the pitch. That one's high and tight. 3-1 now. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, and Martinez walks.
University of Michigan, first base, number 12, Matthew Ossenfor.
So here comes Matthew Ossenfort. Ossenfort, 1 for 2, single and an RBI in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball, and he hits it a little bit elevated, same spot. It's a line drive caught. The throw back to first in time. Double play. Great play by Aiden Jones in right field. Makes the catch and fires it into Lynch. And that's it for the Pack. A double play. Moves it to 2 down for Zane Kelly. Rare 9-3 double play. I think off the bat, Martinez thought that was down. But with how short the corner outfielders play here, it can cause some problems. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss from Zane Kelly. So Adam Mercado cruising on the mound so far.
I think Tommy Brown's going to come in to catch next inning.
Here's the pitch. Check swing. Doesn't matter. It was inside. He doesn't go.
As soon as Martinez got thrown behind him there, Coach Gomes walked over and told Brown something, and Brown went into the dugout to get his gear on, and then he just went over and talked to Martinez. So
here's the pitch. This one's fouled straight back. 2-1 now. 1-1 rather. Here's the pitch. Swing, and he fouls it low. 1-1 now. On the way. Fastball swung on and fouled off to the right and onto the top of the dugout for the Leghorns. One and two. 2 down. Here's the pitch. Oh, nope. Mercado will step off. Mercado delivers. Breaking ball high and outside, but a big swing and miss from Kelly. 3 up, 3 down, go the Pack. We'll be right back. 7-2 as we head to the top of the 6th. Well, welcome back here. Top of the 6th inning. The new pitcher in the game is Jack Paris. Michael Quedens is done for the day. 2 innings pitched, no hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Zeros across the board, but in line to pick up the win. New pitcher is Jack Paris. Paris so far this year a 6.48 ERA in 7 appearances. He's got 8 1/3 innings pitched. 9 strikeouts, 7 walks. Here's the first offering in there for a called strike to Aiden Jones. Jones made that beautiful play in the bottom of the 5th to throw behind Martinez, and get the double play. The 0-1, that one's low and away. New catcher in the ball game is Tommy Brown. So Martinez, after that base running mistake, is out of the ball game. The pitch, breaking ball. This one swung on and hit the other way into right field. Back on it is Morrow. He is at the track and makes the catch. So 1 down now for Hunter Thomas. 1 for 2 today. His brother Blake, affectionately known as Brandon, is in the ballpark. Here's the pitch. That one's low and in the dirt to Thomas. 1-0.
Got the American flag walking by and home plate right now. Love to see that. 250 years.
Pitch, and this one's grounded foul. Halfway to the Ottomans. That's what we are. We're halfway to the Ottoman Empire. 500 years of reign in the Middle East. So we'll see.
You might be one of the only people who was thinking that when you saw the number 250.
Well, they're the next great empire to conquer. The 1-0 swung on and fouled off to the right. I mean, kind of conquered them in World War I, but to beat them on timing, 500 years. And I think with the state of the world, America won't have any problems. 1-2 now with 1 down. Thomas waits. The pitch. Low and away, 2-2. Skips in the dirt.
Just think about it, 50 years. It'll be the 3-century mark. It's a long time from now.
2-2. The pitch. That one's outside, 3-2 now. Full count on the way to Thomas from Paris. Paris staying at the University of Texas next year, enjoying his life as a Longhorn. 3-2 on the way from Paris. Swing, and this one's grounded to third, fielded by Campbell. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and Thomas is retired. 2 down. So here comes Hunter Lynch.
That is 8 in a row from this Packer pitching staff between Queendence and Jack Paris. 9 if you go back to the last batter Mason Orma faced.
Well, he'll try and make it 10 here. Paris drop step, kicks and fires. That one skips in the dirt. Ball 1-0. The 1-0. That one's in there for a called strike at the knees. 1-1 quickly now. Packers have had a lot of great pitching this year and probably the most dominant to date. Pitch, and that one skips in the dirt. 2-1 now. It's been probably, as I mentioned, the most dominant pitching staff the Packers have ever had. And, they've had great arms like Anthony Bender and Joe Ryan, but this year the ERA is the lowest, and they are dialed. 2-1, breaking ball away again, 3-1. Donnie Rinker waits on deck. He singled back in the second and kick-started that rally that got the Leghorns the opening runs of the game. Scored 2 in the top of the second, 4 in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. That's in the dirt, and Lynch walks. So now Rinker will come to the plate. Powerful right-handed hitter out of Annalee High School. He's got a couple decisions to make next year. Mendocino College, Santa Rosa Junior College, or College of Marin. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Harris pumps that fastball right past him. Oh and 1 with 2 down. Paris kicks and fires. This one's popped up into foul territory. Over on it is Austin for it, and he will make the catch in play. He reached his arm past the line to make the play, and here comes Coach Finkbonner. He's not very happy.
So here's what I'm thinking right now. Umpires are going to come together, but it looked like Austin Fort made an effort to keep his feet in play while catching the ball that was out of play. But that would be no different than reaching into the stands or over the fence to catch a ball.
Exactly.
As long as the player himself is in play, then it's going to be recorded and out, which it looks like that's going to be the case.
Well, here comes the defense for the Leghorns. Adam Mercado will head back out, and we will step aside as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Brendan Lewis will lead off. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads.
Great 4th of July song, Hugo.
Yeah, great 4th of July song, the anthem for the U.S. men's national team. Brendan Lewis stands in. This one skips in the dirt from Mercado, 1-0. They play on Monday against Belgium without Florian Balogun. One and 0 now. Here's the pitch. Lewis watches that one in for strike one. Strike one. 1-1 now. The pitch. Swing, and this one's a high chopper in the infield. Fielded at short by Oliver. Throw to first is just a bit high, but Lynch is able to haul it in. And now it's going to be the top of the order with Dane Morrow. So we're looking to stay fly with Dane Morrow. Doubled and brought home 2 runs in the bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Morrow shows bunt, bunts it perfectly down that third base side. Throw from Mercado is not in time. Great effort by the left-hander Mercado. An incredibly hard pull down, but great work there by Morrow to hustle up the line for a bunt single as Matthew Mansberry will step in. (7-2) lead. 1 out. Runner on first. Here's the pitch. Fastball. This one's hit into right field. Over on it is Jones, and he will make the catch for out number 2. Well, here comes Hideki Prather. Prather walked in the 4th. He's 0 for 2 tonight. If results hold true here, it'll be Michael Quedens with the win. Breaking ball is upstairs there from Mercado. With the win, Quedens, and with the loss, it'll be J.P. Harmon. Runner at first, trailing away. Here's the pitch. Fastball is popped up in the infield. Prather not happy with himself after that one. Catch is made by Dom Fontana, and that will do it for the inning. So, Packers are retired. We'll head to the 7th inning. Packers lead at 7-2.
New pitcher here in the top of the 7th inning. It's Raul Valdivia out of Sac State. Right-handed arm. 2nd year as a Packer. Tommy Brown will throw down. We're ready to go here. In inning number 7. Leading things off will be Julian Oliver. He's 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out.
Yeah, and I think when we get back to the top of the order for the Leghorns, we're going to see a lot of changes. But big thing, and the big story with Valdivia is he was a Leghorn, took them to the state title game. So he is a guy that really, really wanted this moment, and he's got it here, and let's see what he can do with it.
First pitch from Valdivia to Oliver is away, and the count starts off the 7th 1-0.
So it's going to be Dalton Deadman who is going to fill in as the leadoff spot for Brandon Curry.
That one fouled off down the third base side hard.
Yeah, Jack Paris, great inning. 1 walk, no hits, no runs, no strikeouts. Great to see him get that ERA down and see him like he's back on the right track.
So ball and a strike now to Oliver. Valdivia is set on the mound. Righty fires home. That one rises above the zone. 2 balls and a strike. So 2-1 the count now to Oliver. One cut on and missed, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes now to Oliver. Valdivia looking for the first out of the inning. The 2-2 pitch from the righty is cut on and missed. Fastball above the zone, got him swinging for strike 3, and there's one away to start off the 7th. So that'll bring around Dom Fontana. First pitch from Valdivia is a breaking ball, loops in there, catches the zone, 0-1. The count. Valdivia fires home. This one popped off right side well to get on top of the Steindorf Barnes. No balls, 2 strikes now to the 9-hole hitter Fontana. Packers have now retired 10 out of their last 11 batters faced. Valdivia, the 0-2, is fouled straight back. Fontana will stay alive. So count is still 0-2. Valdivia fires home. This one grounded to short, picked up by Mansberry. Long throw across is there. Quickly 2 away.
Dalton Deadman coming to the plate now, and we're going to see some changes. Rowan Ball will stay in the game, it appears, but we'll see some changes as they get everything, they flip everything around. I think we're going to see a new defensive lineup for them in the bottom of the 7th. Tradition is kind of, get your starters three at-bats and then bring in, your reserve players.
The only runs scored in this entire game for both sides have been in the 2nd and 3rd innings. We've had no score in the 4th, 5th, and 6th from both teams as Deadman takes a first pitch ball. That one in there for a strike, ball and a strike now. A 1-1 count. Valdivia fires home, popped up. It'll get out of play, out of Tommy Brown's reach, and a 1-2 count. Count 1-2. Valdivia fires home with 2 away. Check swing. That's a sword. Sat him down. 3 up, 3 down for Valdivia. Strikes out 2 along his way. No hits, no runs, no errors, nothing at all. Bravo Valdivia. Solid inning of work.
On this 4th of July, 250th birthday of our great country. God bless America, God that I love, stand beside her. And guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, All right. Fantastic. Almost pulled it off.
Beautiful rendition of the amazing song, America the Beautiful. Or God Bless America, rather. As we will send it down as CeCe Brenner is going to give us, well, rather not. We're going to not have Take Me Out to the Ball Game today, I guess not. So we'll be back in just a moment. Zero.
Back here after an adapted edition of the 7th inning stretch for America's birthday. God bless America. Some defensive changes. Dalton Dedman will come in and center. New pitcher on the mound is James Dole. And the first pitch by Jake McCoy is blasted into left center field, down into the gap, and he will have extra bases. On his way to second, he'll hold up at third. A leadoff double on the very first pitch as he welcomes James Dole into the game with an extra base hit.
I was about to say, welcome James Dole. Hello. That one was absolutely obliterated. Tommy Brown now on deck after coming in for Trey Martinez. .106 off the bat on that one. That's a lot.
Hard hit ball there.
Packers aren't content with just 7. They want 10 and even more potentially.
Now it's Cade Campbell at the plate. First pitch to him is a ball. A 1-0 count to the Golden Bear. As a runner in scoring position after the leadoff double from McCoy. Dole checks to second, fires home. That one in the dirt, 2-0 count.
Yeah, this is really what the Packers need, is a guy like Campbell getting on base, adding some of that speed. And then you've got Tommy Brown, who's got that power. He's shown it off, and I think you could have some disastrous half inning here for the Leghorns.
2-0, that one a breaking ball inside, almost gets him. Now 3 balls, no strikes. Dole trying to bounce back here, fires home. That one lined to the left field for a base hit. McCoy will get the windmill. He's heading for the plate. Throw in will be not in time. Campbell will hold up at first. It's an RBI single. The second single of the game. He moves to 3 for 4 on what has been a strong showing for him.
And well, Brown now coming to the plate. New Gaucho. Not wearing any of his ASU stuff anymore. Minus his catcher's gear, of course.
Didn't play at ASU last year. Has a runner on first. All right, home is Dole as that one gets away. SU had every catcher they had transfer, other than Brody Briggs, who played solid majority of their games.
A lot of defensive changes now for the Leghorns.
Dole fires home up and into Brown, 2-0.
In left field, you have Shiano Ortega. In center, Dalton Deadman. At second, Rowan Bell. He moves from left to second, and then moving from second to third is Dom Fontana.
That one in there for a strike.
If you're Dole here, you want something on the ground. So infield is always known for turning double plays.
Big swing and a miss there to pitch down. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Brown. Two-two pitch. That one elevated into left field. Ortega right on it, though. It'll be the first out of the inning.
Now batting, University of Michigan, number 12, Matthew Ossenford.
Good swing there from Brown, but just right at a guy for the first out, and that'll bring in Matthew Ossenford. Ossenford lined into a double play back in the 5th, and also had an RBI single in the 3rd. Campbell off at first, has some speed. We'll see if he decides to go here. 8-2 the score. That one gets in the dirt. Losing it behind the plate there is Sleazer, and Campbell will advance easily on the wild pitch. So runner moves into scoring position for Ossenford. Coach Gomes gives his signs over at third. No one outside. 1-0 count to start it off. Duo pitch to Ossenford. That one gets all the way to the backstop, and again, Kate Campbell will reach third easily. Another wild pitch there. 2 free 90s for Campbell. (3-0) now to Michigan's Ossenford. Take a get me over strike there on the inner half. 3 balls and a strike to him. Dole already given up 1 this inning. Jake McCoy scores. That one to the backstop again. Here comes Campbell. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Campbell gets 3 free bases there. 3 wild pitches from James Dole on the mound. He'll come around to score. Ossenford walks on ball 4 there. And now Will Van Wee will come in to pinch hit for Zane Kelly. Out of Houston, Kelly ends up going 0 for 2 with a sac fly.
Yeah, Van Wee has done incredible this year, so we'll see what he can do here.
First pitch to him is a jam shot over to the right side into trouble grounds, but Rowan Ball is over to make the catch for the second out. So that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter and the second baseman, Brennan Lewis. 0 for 2, he was hit by a pitch. The only time he's reached base so far tonight. Looks like no change to the top of the lineup just yet as Morrow and Mansberry are the next 2 up. If the inning stays alive, first pitch ball to Lewis.
I think just give some of your guys some rest before a tough game on the road tomorrow. That's a hostile environment, as I was talking about on Corey's catch-up. A lot of emotions up there in Lincoln.
1-0's in the dirt.
Nolan. You gotta tell your friend to stop standing up. I can't see anything.
2 balls, no strikes now As Lewis stands in, righty matchup here for Dole. That one catches the outside black. 2 balls and a strike. Another Sun Devil last year. Lewis has not entered the portal. The 2-1. That one gets away. Speedy second baseman. Came around to score when he was hit by the pitch back in the second.
Got fireworks after the game tonight.
3-1. That one chopped third base side. Picked on a hop by Coach Gomes. He can't squeeze it. It'll be a foul ball. Yeah, fireworks, always fun down on the field.
Question is, how long will we have to wait? This is the duality of starting this game at 5 p.m. Originally, it was started at 5 p.m. so that there wouldn't be people hanging around to watch the fireworks. They didn't have permission to.
We'll see what happens. Payoff pitch. Now runner goes with 2 out, and Lewis will stay alive as he fouls that one away. I got nowhere to be, Hugo, other than at these fireworks. So.
Same here. So I'm content with hanging around on a baseball field.
There's worse places to be on the 4th of July. 9-2 the score. On the run again. That one lined into left field to loop in for a base hit. On his horses, Van Wee throw in from Ortega. Beats him there, but it's off the line. It'll be a 2-out single for the Sun Devil. Runners on the corners now with 2 away. So the lineup turns over for Dane Morrow. We'll have a mound visit here for James Dole. Looks like someone's getting loose down in the bullpen.
Yeah, Dole's been hit around here. Wouldn't be shocked if we see some movement and see a pitching change. Griffin Vorhaus, I think, would be a good guy to bring in here in this situation. Bottom of the 7th, he got 2 down. You're hoping that Dole can get through the inning because you do have reliable arms on the you're in your lineup. You can bring in Matt Nauer, you can bring in Griffin Vorhaus, you can bring in Ethan Takes. The question is are they going to be able to get through this? So Coach Fink Bonner is definitely doing his thing.
So Dane Morrow still the batter. 2 for 4 with a single and a double. That one down the first base side. It'll stay fair. This could be extra bases. Could score 2. 1 already across. Here comes Lewis. Throw in goes to second. No throw to the plate, and Lewis will be there standing up. 2 out, 2-run double for Dane Morrow. The Pack lead at 11-2.
Another electric double there from Dane Morrow. He has been on an absolute roll as of yet. 4 RBI so far, 3 for 5 tonight. Well on his way potentially to be player of the game. We might even have 2 Wolverines being player of the game with Michael Quedens.
Quedens had a perfect 2 innings, 6 up, 6 down. That one driven into left field off the hands for Mansberry, but it'll be a hit. Morrow now sent to the plate. Big throw home from Dedman all the way to the fence as he airmailed it. So Mansberry will take second, easily scoring as Morrow. And that'll tack on a little more.
So an error there by the center fielder of he's got that cannon. I mean, it's proven credible arm, great player, but it's interesting.
So it'll be an RBI single for Mansberry. He'll take an extra bag on the bad throw, and Hideki Prather will be the last man to hit this inning. Everybody's hit for the Packers. They lead it now 12-2 as he swings and misses at a first pitch breaking ball. Four runs this inning for the Pack. One comes home in the dirt. Would stop behind the plate. Force Mansberry to hold up. Our scoreboard has completely reset as we are trying to get it back online here.
12 to 2, Nolan, you've got it. You've got it, Nolan, you've got it.
That one hit well into right field. Ranging back is Jones. He will catch it just shy of the warning track for the third out of the inning. Real strong inning for the Pack there. They have 4 hits, drive across 4 runs, and strand 1 base runner. No errors in the field for the Leghorns. We will head to the 8th inning. New pitcher on the mound for the Pack. It's E.J. McGrew towing the slab. Rowan Ball, the left fielder, has now moved over to second base. Will lead things off. First pitch, inside corner, strike 1. A good start for McGrew.
Yeah, McGrew, 1.23 ERA across 7 1/3 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 8 walks.
Looking at Valdivia's outing, he goes 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. So good inning of work from him. No hits allowed by Quedens, Paris, and Valdivia. 4 innings hitless now for the Petaluma Leghorns. The 0-2 pitch from McGrew, cut on and miss, strike 3. Good start to his outing as he puts one down via way of the K, and there's 1 away. So 1 away now for McGrew. At the plate is Sleezer, who pops one up. Lewis ranging over, Mansberry there as well, but in comes Will Van Wee to make the catch for the second out.
Now batting for the Leghorns, number 16, Aiden Jones.
Aiden Jones now at the plate. Top of the 8th inning, moving along quickly here for E.J. McGrew. First pitch, I went in there for a strike on the off speed. 0-1 on its way. That one fouled straight down. Got a piece of Tommy Brown. Seems to be okay. The umpire will go out and give him a moment.
Jones has flown out the other way in all 3 of its at-bats, so the question is, can they? We'll see. Can they get a strikeout here? It's not Thomas on deck. Instead, it's Shiano Ortega. So umpire gonna bring things back. We're into hour number 2 of this game. 7-12. Normally we'd just be in like the 3rd inning of a normal game. 6 p.m. start time on Tuesday when the Packers are back in town.
That one cut on and missed. Strike 3 from McGrew. 3 up, 3 down for the righty. Efficient work. No hits in the last 5 innings for the Pack. They'll hold the lead 12-2 as what to the bottom half of the 8th and what could be the last bats for the Packers. Bottom of the 8th inning, it'll be Jake McCoy to lead things off. He led off last inning as well with a double. Looking to do the same. His extra base hits in consecutive games now, 2 doubles and a home run in his last 2 games. Also drawn a walk tonight. Out in left field as well. First pitch to him is outside, snared behind the plate by Sleazer. 1-0 count. That one fouled straight back off of the mask of Sleazer. It's James Dolbeck out there for his 2nd inning of work. Gave up 5 earned on 5 hits in the 7th. That one cut on and missed by McCoy. He falls behind now. 1-2 the count. Dole fires home, fouled away, and McCoy will stay alive. So 1-2 the count. Fires home. That one up and in. I think it got a piece of him. Time is called.
It's up to McCoy on whether or not he wants to stay in the game. He's going to finish the at-bat. So
takes his guard off. He's heading to first.
Honestly, a great night for McCoy. 1 for 3 with a walk and hit by pitch. That's not a bad night, and a greatly lined double.
Dade Campbell also having himself a great night. He's come around to score now 3 times in this one. 3 for 4, and has scored every time he's reached base. Double and 2 singles for him. First pitch he sees is a breaking ball well above the zone. Look to see if something changes here and we bring in a closer for the top of the ninth. The 1-0, that one hit sharply on the ground over the third. Kind of eats up Fontana a little bit, but he gets the out at second. So able to grab the lead runner, won't be able to get the double play. It'll be a fielder's choice for Campbell, and there's one away.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if they bring in Bryce Cox here in this situation, another guy who was, very involved with the Petaluma Leghorns programs. Spencer Finkbronner was involved with Cox's development, so wouldn't be shocked if we see him come in and we see two former Leghorns ball out.
First pitch now to Tommy Brown inside, almost got him. 3-1 the count. Cox did go 1 inning last night. See if he comes back out again. Campbell off of first, that one outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Recent Santa Barbara committed about 3 days ago. 2-0 to him. That one fouled away. So 2 balls and a strike on Brown. No movement from Campbell over at first. On deck is Austin Fort. Breaking ball there. That one gets away a little outside. 3-1 count. (3-1) pitch. Inside, ball 4 to Tommy Brown. So he'll reach base. Campbell moves over to second to aboard for Austin Fort.
Well, Austin Fort's put in pretty solid at-bats tonight. Dole is going to step off and want to talk to his catcher.
Was a single, 1 for 1 for 3 with a single. Also lined into the double play where Trey Martinez, future Wolverine teammate, got caught leading off a little too far at first. Now first pitch to Austin Fort. That one loops in there on the breaking ball for a strike. A 1 count to the Michigan lefty. That one hit way up in the air to center field. Going to be a tough play for Dedman with the win. Tracking it, backpedaling, he makes the catch. Both runners tag. Throw into second is not in time as it's offline. So Austin Fort with a productive out to move both runners up on a deep fly ball to dead center into a scoring position for Will Van Wee. No hits this inning just yet for the Packers. A hit by pitch and a walk. The only 2 ways they've gotten aboard. Van Wee 0 for 1 with a pop out to the second baseman. Came into pinch hit for Zane Kelly. First pitch to him is outside on the breaking ball. James Dole really working that slider on the mound. 1-0. Fastball taking back up the middle for a base hit. Campbell will score. Brown on his way to the plate. He'll score easily. Van Wee holds up at first. And a 2 RBI single for the Houston Cougar. 14-2 now the score. So Brendan Lewis will look to keep things going. 14 runs now for the Packers. Scored 7 in the span of 2 innings twice now. Second and third, they scored 7. In the 7th and 8th, they scored 7. As that one gets away now, Van Wee will trot on over. A ball and no strikes. As Dole will fire home. Big Bender catches the inside corner. 1-1 count now. Was singled and RBI'd his last time up. A 1-1 pitch. That one popped up left side. It'll get out of play. Right on top of our heads here in the grandstand. So 1-2 now the count. 2 outs here for Lewis. Dole trying to get out of it, do a bit of damage control. 1-2 pitch is outside. Good block behind the plate by Sleezer again as he hold Van Wee on second. Trying to put an abrupt halt to the 2-out rally here. The 2-2, this one skied way in the air to left field. Shiano Ortega camped underneath it, and he will make the catch to end the 8th inning. 2 runs come across for the Packers on an RBI single from Will Van Wee, 1 hit. 2 runs across, 1 left on base for the Pack. We will head to the top of the 9th.
With the PEL, the Lincoln Potters, and the Humboldt Crabs.
Well, welcome back here. Top of the 9th, and the Packers will look to wrap things up here. Jaden Ferguson from the University of Missouri on the mound. Sporting a fastball and a really tight slider. So Shiano Ortega will lead things off. He'll be followed by Caden Owen. And then we'll get whoever's on deck in just a moment. Or well, rather in the hole. Hunter Thomas's day is done, 1 for 3 in the game today, but Gianno Ortega coming in looking for some power. Ortega just recently graduated high school. Here's the pitch, and that one's in there for a called strike. Packers 3 outs away from moving to 21-3 on the year. Ortega from Suisun City. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2, went to Justin Siena High School in Napa, California. 0-2, Ferguson, the pitch. Fastball is outside, 1-2 now. Packers will look to wrap things up here. Move to 21-3 there. A half a game ahead of the Humboldt Crabs heading into tomorrow's game on the road against Lincoln. Here's the pitch, breaking ball, struck him out looking, and Ortega, he can't believe the speed that he is facing, as we're gonna have a new, instead, Owen will be on deck for this hitter. This is going to be Abel Nolasco First pitch to him is low. So Nolasco standing in, left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. That one skips in the dirt, 2-0 rather. 2-0 now. Ferguson sets, drops his foot, pitch, swing and a miss. 2-1 now. This game en route to being a 2.5-hour affair as this one's up the middle, off the glove of Ferguson. He can't find it. And Nolasco able to reach base and keep things going here as Caden Owen will come to the plate. Owen and I, high school classmates, elementary school classmates, preschool classmates, grew up coming to games here. I know how much this for Nolasco. Here's the pitch. That one's low there, 1-0. Owen heading to Santa Rosa Junior College next year. Had interest from Division I schools like Santa Clara and Arizona State. Owen, powerful left-handed hitter. The 1-0 on the way from Ferguson. Fastball, checks his swing. Yes, he did, says the home plate umpire. Strike one, 1-1. Owen, a large number of fans here cheering him on. Graduate of Cardinal Newman High School. 1-1, the pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. One, two now. Runner on first. Nolasco leads away. 1-2 with one down. 14-2 lead for the Pack. Deep breath from Ferguson. He kicks and fires. Fastball is fouled off again by Owen. Having himself quite the day. Battling right now. One, two. One down. Owen, the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Ferguson blows that one past him. Tough to see that. As now Julian Oliver will come to the plate. Owen in just disbelief with that velocity. One down left, one out left. Oliver coming to the plate. He struck out back in the 7th. Ferguson sets up, kicks and fires, and that one's inside and in the dirt. Nolasco will retreat back to first instead of trying for two.
Six strikeouts in the last 3 innings for the Packers.
Let's try and make it 7 as they close out the game. 1-0 on the way from Ferguson. The pitch. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. 1-2. 1-1 rather. Scoreboard in the outfield has it wrong. One on the way. The pitch. High there. 2-1. On the way, the pitch. Swing and a miss. A sword there, runner going to second. He's going to be out by a mile, and the game is over. Tommy Brown showing off the arm as he connects to Brendan Lewis, his former Sun Devil teammate. And that is the ball game. The Packers win it on America's 250th birthday. 14-2 your final. The final time of the game. 2 hours and 29 minutes. We'll be right back with the post-game show. I'll throw it now to Julian Corey and Easton Stockford.
Thank you, Hugo. Julian, Nice to have you up here in the booth as always. Awesome addition to Corey's catch-up today.
Thank you.
Great win for the Packers on America's birthday. They dominate, they get the win, 14-2, the final score, as Hugo said. What do you feel like was working best for the Packers today? Because it was first game in a while where they haven't had any home runs.
I mean, for me, I think it's Dane Morrow's ability to stay flying around the bases. He's been on absolute fire lately. I mean, 2 more doubles today. Hitting has over a 1,400 slugging percentage in his last couple of games. I mean, unbelievable stuff from him right now.
And the pitching staff as well was really strong. Lerma, maybe not the start you would expect from the PEL pitcher of the year. Did give up 2 runs, but got his way through it. But how about this bullpen? 1 hit given up outside of the 3rd inning. So Queendins goes 2 hitless. Paris goes 1 hitless. Valdivia goes 1 hitless. McGrew goes 1 hitless. And then Ferguson gives up the infield single. But what did you see working from those mid-relievers and bullpens?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just kind of that vintage bullpen we saw from the Packers at the beginning of the year. I mean, you said it. I mean, Paris, Valvidia, and then McGrew. I mean, he's been locked down all year. Since that first game he came in and got out of the jam, he's just been a rock for this Packers pitching staff. And I think overall, even when they have their struggles, it brings them closer together, and they find a way to keep clicking in the staff.
So Dane Morrow, would you say he's your player of the game? He goes 2 doubles and a single.
I think he's got to be.
He's your player of the game.
He's got to be.
And you talked about how he's staying fly around the bases. I like that, the reference to his walk-up song, of course. But you look at guys like Brandon Lewis, Cade Campbell, guys with a lot of speed who have been getting the job done. How much has that speed really impacted this team's ability to score runs? Because they can get 1 or 2 across in a spot where you might not be able to on a ball to a gap. I
mean, that's one of the key factors of this Packers team. You know, I go back to it again and again. At the beginning of the year in that first press conference, Coach Gomes said, this is the fastest team we've ever seen here in Healdsburg. And, I mean, when they're right and they're able to create on-base traffic, that's when they win, because they're able to create chaos on the bases. They're stealing bags on any pass ball. They're taking the extra 90 feet. And like you said, those balls in the gaps or even down the right field line where it just keeps going for miles and miles, they're able to score, take advantage, and put a lot of runs on the board in a short span of time.
And just to wrap it up here, Julian, 4th of July, what a day, celebrating the 250th birthday of our beautiful, beautiful country. What's your favorite 4th of July tradition?
Ooh, baseball.
Baseball.
Baseball. You got to watch The Sandlot.
Great night here tonight. Baseball. We got fireworks coming shortly. A great win for the Packers. They get the job done. 14-2 the final score. 14 hits for the Pack, 6 for the Petaluma Longhorns. The Packers strand 7, Longhorns strand 5. And a wonderful, wonderful day at the ballpark. I hope you guys all had a wonderful 4th of July now here in Healdsburg, and wherever you may be watching, go find yourself some ice cream, some fireworks, go yourself some dogs. If you want to watch some fireworks, we don't have them for you here, so go find them somewhere else. But have a great rest of your day. We appreciate you guys tuning in. For myself, Easton Stockford, Julian Cormier alongside me now, Hugo Traverso, who's down on field level at the moment, and our whole crew at the Healdsburg Prune Packers. We wish you guys a wonderful American birthday.